So you sort of knew your husband from well before the war, or was it?
Aye, at the time of, well, not, aye, quite a bit. Before the Spanish War. Did he mention that to you?
No.
You know, in 1936 was it, the Spanish War?
I think it was in 36, yes.
Well, from then anyway, maybe before that.
Mm-hmm.
Knew him then.
And you both lived in Glasgow at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I lived at Bellahouston.
Did you?
Then. Mm-hmm.
Where near
Bellahouston, near opposite Bellahouston Park. Torbreck Street, do you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in Partick.
I see. I mean, where did you, how did you get to know? Was it sort of
Through the Spanish War, I think.
through the Spanish War? Yeah.
I think so.
Mm.
Or maybe not quite. You see, I did a lot of, well, not a lot, but they had we helped to send stuff out to
Yeah.
Spaniards, and I knew some lads who were in the International Brigade.
Yes, of course.
So I think it was really sort of politically, I suppose, I got to know him.
And you, when he was called up, were you still in Glasgow at the time
Yes.
when he went away for training?
He was, yes. When did he go?
In January 1940, I think it was. Round about then.
Was it?
It's
Oh
round
no,
about-
was it not before that?
It might have been he was called up possibly before that. He actually went away for training, I think, round about then.
Oh, he
maybe
was
slightly
into the commandos then?
Yeah, Inverness.
Aye,
Oh, that's
yeah.
right, he was in the thing before.
The
That's
Camerons
Yes, that's right.
before that. Ah,
That's right.
yes, I didn't think he was,
Hmm.
the war was, that was 19...
39 it started.
Oh, that was 40 you said he went...
Yeah, that's probably when he went to his basic training for commandos. Yes.
When did you go into the army first?
1940 was it?
Was it just...
June, oh,
Was it not... When did the war start? 1939?
39.
September 39.
Were you not away quite soon?
No, I'd be about June, I think.
Was
40.
it long after that?
We wanted the Navy, but they wouldn't give me the Navy. We'd volunteered for the Navy before that, and then we're told to go back and wait, not called up. Right, called up on June 40.
Was it as late as that?
I think
Thought
so,
you would be
right.
sooner than that.
No.
And how did you hear of his capture?
There was a friend of ours, it was Tommy McDougall, who phoned me
Yeah.
at the office this morning, one morning, and he said he had heard. How he had heard, I don't remember now. But I remember this friend of his phoned me at the office I was working in at Hillington to say that he had been reported missing. That was the news we got.
Yes, yeah.
And that was all we'd heard for I don't know how long we were before we heard. I don't remember that. How long we were before we heard you were a prisoner. Do you know, Johnny?
No, I didn't. I remember my young other brother, he was in that. My mother at this time must have had a horrible time because a young brother who was regular RAF, he was a RAF before the war. And he'd done his tour of operations. He was a wireless operated machine gunner. He'd done his tour of operation over Europe here. He'd been, then they ground him after a tour to do instructor, etc. He'd done another tour, and then he'd done instructor again, and then he'd volunteered for the Middle East.
But he wasn't a prisoner till after you.
No, I think it was just before me he was a prisoner.
No, to good.
Was it just after
It
me?
was after you.
Because he was shot down over Benghazi or somewhere, Tobruk.
Oh well, it was after you, Johnny.
Was it?
Oh yes. You were the first prisoner.
First to get
Well, it
him.
was Tommy McDougall that phoned me and told me that you and that were reported missing.
And
And then I went over to see your mother. I went straight over to his mother. And I don't remember when we heard that he was a prisoner. I don't remember that.
but you managed to find out
It
where
was
he
a
was.
long time, it was 2 or
It
3
was through the
months.
Red. It was through the Red Cross, I think. That
They let you know where he was
yes.
prisoner. And then did you write?
Oh yes, and we sent to we sent in a lot of stuff through the Red Cross.
Well-
We sent stuff to the Red Cross for his parcels. Remember that? Now, how long were you there then? How long were you a prisoner?
21 months.
Were you?
Mhm.
Quite a while.
Then the next I heard was it you phoned from? I didn't know you were in escape. Oh no, we heard from Switzerland.
Mm.
Did
you
we?
manage to write to each other, or was it on the letters only one way? Or were they
No.
Oh no, we managed to have
I
your
wrote-
letters all upstairs.
I wrote you, but I didn't get very much from you. I got a postcard.
And
Oh yes, we did write a lot. I didn't know it was as long as that. 21 months.
it must have been quite a worrying period for you.
Wasn't so bad once.
Once you knew what
where he
happened,
was, and he
uh-huh.
was in Italy, and we got word from him, and Italy wasn't the place as bad as the German prison camps, and he didn't seem to be too perturbed. I
Yeah.
think.
So you.
But it was the Red Cross, I think, that informed us that where he was. So
And through them you managed to keep in touch.
keep in touch and sent stuff through the Red Cross to him.
Thanks from me. Look at this.
That's all right.
This is all my your prisoner of war letters.
And the name of fortune. That's not my writing. Not somebody else. I don't remember that. I saw Traviata Mother. Goodness gracious. It's, I've just put it on. There's not any hurry. We didn't know whether we'd have it just now or have it later on.
You managed to get the Red Cross informed you that it was in Switzerland, though. Your husband was in Switzerland, or your boyfriend at the time.
They must have, it must have been the Red Cross that
Mhm.
told us in this camp.
Yeah. And then you get back to Leeds. Was the next time you heard from him? Was it?
The next time,
Was it when he actually got back?
no, when he was in Switzerland. We heard
You
from
could-
we heard from you when you were in Switzerland.
You were writing to
Oh,
each
you
other
must
then?
have done, yes.
Uh-huh.
And then
Must have done. We must look and see if there's any letters in here addressed to Switzerland. And then the next I heard was when you phoned to say that you were in.
Leeds.
Was that where you had arrived
I think so.
from
Yes.
Switzerland?
Was that? Did Jack say that's where we were arrived?
sorry?
Was it Leeds we arrived?
Did you come home with Jack?
No.
We must have been together.
No,
no,
you were.
Separated.
Jack was in.
Was he home before you or after you?
No, I think you
Well,
were
Jack
you were
was-
separated from the rest, weren't you?
That's right.
You came back to.
Why did you come
To
back?
Newcastle, I think.
Well, Jack had been ill, as you remember.
And then
So you really had no problems once you were informed that
no, I don't think so. He when he was in the prison camp, we sent these kind of things. We
Yeah.
must have sent these quite often.
Yeah.
And then you were in Switzerland. I don't remember. Oh, you did write when you were in Switzerland, and you sent a photograph of when you were in Switzerland.
And I was going to buy
Get
you all
to
watches
Switzerland.
until I met Jimmy Finnis and we spent a lot of money.
Drink.
And Jack, oh God, I could have killed Jack, that's all. Because Jack is usual careful. He brought everybody a watch.
And you went out fighting and lost all of your money.
I had money to buy watches on the way home until I met Jimmy. Jimmy had no money.
Yeah.
But Jack,
And you went away and had a
Jack
fight,
brought his
a
sister
punch
a
up.
watch and his mother a watch.
You had a punch up.
You had a
The
punch
night
up
we met Jimmy
somewhere.
Finnis there. Oh, we're in Switzerland, with some South Africans. Well, I only heard about this next. We were all drunk,
You went in,
and
Oh, I
Jimmy
was-
had started fighting with some South African. Jimmy had told him they'd let Tobruk down or something. 'Cause one of them had hit Jimmy, and I somebody told him the next morning I'd rushed at this fella and hit him. And he picked me up and threw me out. That's where my money all went. They blew up.
So and you come home, and you know he was a prisoner for 21 months, and he came home and he owed the army money.
He owed the army money.
He owed the army money. We thought we come home with all that money.
No money at all. But
He'd
if I
no
remember,
money.
I told you that 7 bob allowance.
Yeah.
When we were,
He'd no money, and you weren't due any money.
That's
You,
right.
you were owing the money.
well, we had our army pay plus the 7 bob allowance.
Yeah.
But immediately we went on ship, that stopped, but nobody told us.
Mm.
And we were living at the rate of another £2 a day.
So they paid what you owed and then they wanted money.
They,
You
because
didn't have to pay it, did you?
Well, I never ever got
You never-
back. I hadn't much back
no,
pay
he'd
at all.
never. You see, his pay should have been going on all the 21
Mm.
months he was, but he thought he was coming home to a big load
That
of
was
money, but he
Spain,
had
he gets
nothing. Didn't get anything. He'd overspent.
Well, I always said we'd never get paid with any credits in my army pay book. And
What's that paper?
that's a Famagusta time.
What's that paper?
I must have lost the inside of this because the inside of it had a report of our raid in Syria.
Oh,
I can't see.
yeah.
These wonderful troops who can swim without making a splash, and you throw a jung without
Is
breaking
that what it says?
Uh,
Must be in there. Did you not see that film? Were you too young
What from
dear.
to see that Rommel picture?
They made a picture of the Rommel Raid.
And he had to go and give his criticisms in it.
Did you?
When it was the preview shown in
When was this?
Allentown, or and it was shown up in the Paramount. It was then at midnight, and we had to go. We were invited to go and see it.
They managed to get in touch with you?
Yes,
Through the army, was it?
I didn't know. It was a book
We were
published in
publishing a
Collins,
book. I worked with Colin, the book publisher, by the way.
Uh-huh.
and the book was being
And the
published.
publicity man just used me.
And the Collins knew that he had been in that raid,
I see.
so we were invited to see the preview.
And past criticism.
This is one, I got that in prison camp. This is one of your ones you get with 20 different positions. Well, I told you at that time,
Where did you get all these?
prior to the war, I was in. This is up at Fintry. These are Fintry.
Did I meet you about the time of the Spanish War?
Yes, we were very. As I told him, I was quite a socialist in my time.
Yes.
We're all.
And then, once you got your husband got back from Leeds and he got a leave, and that's when you got married, was it?
Yes.
Yes.
And I
That
got
was-
leave, and I was on leave. I was on a weekend leave when you phoned to say that you were arriving. And
So you joined the Rangers, of
I
course.
was in the
didn't you?
Rangers. I was at Dover at this time when he came home.
When did you join the Rangers?
42.
1942. And you posted to Dover.
I was in Dover when he got back home.
Uh-huh.
And I was home on a weekend leave when I got word that he was on his way home.
Up to Glasgow.
Uh-huh. And so I just got in touch with the right people in Glasgow and said I wanted my leave extended.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it extended.
So,
Did I go back? Did I go back and then come back again?
Yes.
October?
Then you were discharged.
Well, that was about September you came home.
September, October. That's what I thought. So
when was it you got married?
In
In
October.
October 44.
4.
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
this was sent to me in prison
And
camp.
that was. I was in Dover at that time and I got an extended leave.
Mm-hmm.
I never really went back after that. Did you? No, you did go
Oh, I
back.
had to go back and then I got posted to Skelmilly.
Uh-huh.
I was in the Skelmilly Hydro and worked in Largs. The naval officers were in the moorings. You know the moorings at
Yes.
Largs? That was all Navy place. And the officers were up there, the
Uh-huh.
naval officers, and that's where I worked.
I see.
And we lived in Skelmilly Hydro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the family I was telling you with. I stayed with in Switzerland. The old boy,
Uh-huh.
his daughters.
Marvellous.
There's my dog tags.
Mm.
Shoot the drone in the baddie.
Yes.
and Frank Domenico's brother saying not to do it because it would be reprisals in the village or something.
Yeah.
That was I was awful shooting at my time.
So you had quite a short leave, you know, to get married then, really. Well, you got your leave extended from.
Well,
the weekend.
I was only going for a weekend.
I had it quite a
Oh,
while.
you had a
A month or 6 weeks, I forgot.
I had, it was on a, and then I think I must have gone back and come back again.
Oh, I know, because I was phoning you from Inverness down to Dover. I remember we used to phone from there. You don't remember that?
Uh-huh.
We made time for it.
Uh-huh.
We'd,
But then
we'd no
when
phone
I came home,
so we'd be outside a public phone box at 9 o'clock at such and such a night, and I'd be phoning from up in the
Another
north of
public
Scotland.
aye, but then when you come home in September and I was home for a weekend and you said you were coming home that time and I got extended leave.
Yeah.
But I think I don't think I got it right till the end of October. I think I must have gone back.
So you know, you sort of had you arranged to get married in this weekend, or just sort of
more or less,
and you managed
yes.
to get your
Yes,
extended
yes.
before
And then
you came?
after the end of October, you went up to Elgin, was it?
Up to Elgin to do the back to the
And I went back to Dover, that's right. And then I was sent up to Largs.
Yes.
They were a nice family.
In Switzerland. Did you keep in touch with them for them?
No, my mother went over to see them after the war. I haven't seen her since.
No.
I know I keep her in touch with
No.
her. Terrible that way.
Oh, what's that?
I'm quite sure I had a photograph of that German village, that Italian village being
Been burnt.
It
It is in there. It's a small
Oh, there's a
photograph.
pic-
There's a
there's a
big
pic-
pall of
because-
smoke.
There's a
remember
picture there of
took a photograph of
a police getting burned
yes,
as reprisal.
that's right.
That's it.
And here's the commander troops, and this is us. And
There
My captain had got there before me, and he shouted to me, "Go and see if there's..." on fire, and close behind them. We did get a ladle full of macaroni, and so we had to make that do.
Were you hungry by the time?
Very hungry, oh yes, definitely.
How did you?
You see, by that time, we'd had no